So what you need to do is visualize yourself being happy, having whatever it is you want to have, and collecting memories and thoughts and wants and needs. Create a list of things you want to do every year, like a bucket list. 10 things that you want to do and complete those. Don't make them outrageous like I'm going to go, skydiving twice from 14,000 feet, then from 28,000 feet. That's a little ridiculous. Once is cool. That'd be great. I couldn't do it because I'm super afraid of heights and I have anxiety and panic attacks. And I would probably die at 12,000 feet. Just saying. But if you can do it, do it. That'd be great. If that's something you've always wanted to do, go do it. Save up the money and do it. The human body needs stimuli. It needs to be stimulated. And the best stimulations are the ones that you really want. I mean, if work and video games and Facebook is all the stimulus you get, and maybe TV and the here and there, Walmart actions, and maybe a therapist, if that's all you get, that's really nothing for the human body, really. The human body demands adventure, it demands it. And a lot of us, most of us, don't give it because it's simply not a quote need, it's a want. But if you turn it into a need, a lot of things start to click. So if you can make 10 things that you want to do, skydiving, I don't know, maybe get a boat. That's a good one. Getting a boat and fishing. Fishing is very relaxing. You go get a boat, that's awesome. Or just go fishing. I want to go fishing every 2 days for the rest of the summer. Awesome. Ice fishing. You would never imagine this. Ice fishing is at the top of a lot of people's bucket lists. Why? Because it's adventurous. You gotta go real careful on the ice. Make sure you're not gonna fall through. You could die. You could die. You got to stick and you poke down real hard before you make your step. You got to be real careful. Then you got to carve a big thing and you got a shack, and then you even build a fire on the ice. You know, you could die out there, but it's adventurous. Get stranded. Here's another one: getting stranded on an island and surviving, like actually making your own shelter out of the wood and huge tree leaves that are everywhere, and foraging. That's even on one of the highest bucket lists. That's awesome. I would love to do that. That's something people like us need to do. Really, that would be great. If I had the money, I would take all of us out to an island and we would fucking survive for like a week straight. And it would be awesome. Because why? Social interaction. And not only that, but you're giving your quote unquote bodily skills that you were born with, called survival, it's stimuli. Survival is one of the body's biggest needs. But we always turn it into a want. Now, if you went out on an island that's safe, not like super remote and nobody knows where you're at, no radios and stuff, you just kept that stuff tucked away until you really needed it. And then, there's a nice shack over there that somebody built 10 years ago. It's a big cabin. But no, you brought tools, you're going to cut down trees, you're going to make your own shelter. That's survival. That is survival. And that's on the top of a lot of people's bucket lists. And I'm not meaning a bucket list as if you're going to die. I'm meaning a bucket list is like something you're going to do, that you really want to accomplish. 10 items. Make it 10. If you can do 5, awesome. 10, perfect. Let's see here. And this is strangely for men. Now, this isn't strange, but for men, this is on their bucket list. Finding one person to marry. That's on people's bucket list. Men, of all people, men. Why? Because it's a need, not a want. Men really seek for a lot of, partners. It's what we do. But when it comes down to it, what we really want is that one person to have a family with. So if you can find that person, awesome. I recommend getting health insurance. Those are needs. I recommend doing that. You'll feel much better. If you don't have it, you will feel much better. Even if you have to pay a monthly premium for it, find a cheap one, do something. I'd recommend that. But look deep into your life. and say, man, what do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish? Do I want to go to college? Do I want a nice fancy house? Do I want to have this job, or do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Rock climbing, dangerous, but awesome. You know, that's a good story. You know, you go into a bar, hey, guess where I went, guys? Where? I went rock climbing. That's a 2-hour story. That's social interaction right there. Bam. You know, and I know a lot of you make stuff up. Come on, don't lie to me. A lot of you made stories up. Come on. But and that's fine. That's fine. Social interaction is what we need. Got to make it up. Make it up. But that can all of that stuff could help suicidal thoughts and severe depression right there. Just making something, you know, to do every single day really helps, really. Another one, excuse me, I actually ate a lot today. You know, with my intestines not working, I'm kind of worried about it. Haven't had any pain for a few days, but I'm a little worried about it. Anyways, another thing that you can do is get away from the computer. I know that sounds retarded. My whole life's on the computer, Justin. Hey, so is mine. I Facebook 24/7, you know, unless I'm asleep, so 16 hours a day, and I do my website thingy. If I'm at the hospital, then my day's shot as far as social interaction. But I'm social interactive at the hospital. I talk to everybody in the waiting room. Sadly, my hospital has like a 6 to 8 hour wait for most people during most times. So I sit there and talk to people. So I get all the social interaction I need while I'm there. Anyways, but go outside. Go outside. The body, the brain needs to see the color green on a regular basis to stay happy. You have to see green. Look it up. Green makes you happy. And it's not because it's the color of money. No. Green makes you happy. I'm not going to explain why. Look it up. Green makes you happy. That's why I go out on my front porch every day and I look at the trees and I look up at the birds and I just sit there for a few hours and I just think. And it makes me feel content and happy. And just for, you know, a little bit. And I don't know, maybe that's something that you guys should be able to try out. Just go outside and sit for a while. Listen to nature. Now, I live in a city. I used to live in kind of the country, but irregardless, you know, listen to nature. Really helps. So let's quickly move on to depression. Oh wait, we covered depression. Did we? Yes, we did. So, what else was it? Dysthymia? Well, that is a manic form of depression. So we covered that. Covered anger, anxiety. Ooh. Now, I've gotten a couple comments in the last few days that dealing with anxiety head on is a great way to deal with it. And I'm not going to argue with you. If you can tackle anxiety head on, let it happen to you, it only lasts 15 minutes for most people to an hour max. For me, it lasts all day. There are people like me, a lot of us are just like me, where anxiety lasts until you physically get something to stop it, like a hospital visit, you know, with like Ativan, saline, you know, workups, you know, and you've got to mentally trick yourself that, hey, you're fine, you know? And there are some people that have to have that, just like me, on a regular basis. Now, I'm pretty extremely bad off. I usually need to be there once a day, which sucks. But there are a lot of people that can actually deal with their anxiety, but they don't because they're afraid of it. Don't be afraid of anxiety. Anxiety won't kill you. Anxiety is not a form of anything that's going to kill you or harm you. Anxiety does not mean something is wrong with you, like cancer or fibromyalgia or a heart disease or heart condition. No, it's in the amygdala. It's a problem in the brain with chemistry. That's all it is. And your body feels weird when these chemicals are imbalanced. That's all it is. And your body reacts and stressors build up. That's all it is. If you can deal with it until the panic attack hits or you climax and it's done with, you're golden. And the more you do that, the less and less frequent they will happen. The less powerful they'll happen. Now, you may have saw my agoraphobia and my social anxiety video where I gave you cognitive behavioral therapy, how to expose yourself very slowly to a social situation so that you could build up and become very friendly with a social, outlet. And I'm not arguing either case. They both work. Now, for some people, you cannot tackle it head on. Like me, when I get anxious, I'll last 15 minutes tops, then I'm at the hospital. And I always tell them, oh, it's been bothering me for 6 hours. Because it has. It just waits and waits and waits before it just comes on at once. A lot of people just can't deal with it head on. So, and I don't fault any of you for not being able to. And don't fault yourself either. It's all about chemistry. So if you can't do it, don't worry about it. There are certain ways to live your life with anxiety. So live it the only way you know how. At least for now, until you can get some real help, until you figure it out. And it's always different for everybody. If I had the secret, I would give it out to everybody individually. I would. But it's different for every one of us. Now, there are certain groups, I think I ate and drank too much. Good Lord. Belching up teppanyaki. General Tso's chicken. General Tso's chicken right there. I love you. You're the bomb. That makes me happy. Yes. Happy food. Happy foods. Things that you enjoy, always do it. Oh, God. Off topic, but anyways. If you can do it, do it. If you can't, then don't. Don't force yourself into that situation, because when you build up stress, stress is what they call, quote, the invisible killer, end quote. And it could take a few years, 10 maybe, or 1 maybe, depending on your age, depending on your health, depending on your diet, depending on, different factors. But stress can really kill you. And I don't mean kill you, but I mean, well, depending on age, it can kill you. But I mean, it can really destroy your life. Fatigue, no sleep, restlessness. You can form different, problems that are real because of all the stress you're going through. And it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm in this video now, and I'm going to catch up in the morning when I wake up. So look forward to a whole series of videos coming this week. I've been preparing for them. As always, I have absolutely no script. And as you can see, for those haters out there, I'm looking at myself on webcam. So, and that's how it's been always. But anyways, look for an entire series of new videos coming this week. I'm going to be talking about anxiety, paranoia. I'll be talking about schizophrenia. We'll be talking about dysthymia. I know a lot of you have no idea what the crap dysthymia is. Do you have it or do you not? And I'll tell you. I'll explain what dysthymia is. And you can always find all this information on my website, anxietykeep.org, of course. And I really appreciate it. If you know a friend who has problems, hey, you know what? I have my medicine, so I'm usually at home. So send them my way and I'll do my best. Or throw them to the website. There is a crap load of information there. By the way, I'm going to make another video directly after this about the hacking